Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to our Rise of the Republic campaign, on to episode 13 now. It's actually been a little while since we've last had one of these released. That's because obviously I've transitioned over to the new computer, and just through a combination of incompetence and laziness, I never got the save file transferred properly, and it just kind of held me up for ages, but I finally pulled my finger out and got it sort of transferred over. So we are now back on, as we are. Hopefully now, obviously, given the computer's now got more power than a NASA supercomputer, we should be able to run Autumn without quite so much lag as we used to be able to on the laptop, so things should be looking quite good. With that said, let's have a little look where we got to sort of last time, because it's been quite a while since episode 12, and there's quite a lot went on, and we're sort of kind of picking up into quite an important point of the campaign now. So, last time, basically the major sort of overriding factor was we managed to beat Taurus down here in the south in Calabria, completely driven them out. They've not completely died as a faction. They've still got like a few ships left and stuff, which they're just slowly diminishing. They'll die off in the end, but it's just going to be there's just a little show around until they actually die. So that's really nice because that means this now this whole bottom corner of the map is really safe from any sort of external threats, any existential threats, so we should be quite safe down here. But the problem is we are basically at war with everyone to the north, from the Romans to the Etruscan League, along with a few sort of other minor people as well kicking around. But I'm kind of worried about both of them really, particularly the Etruscan League's got quite a lot of sort of dominant forces, and the Romans are in quite a tough position as well. We don't really have a tremendous amount of forces up in this part. I'm not really going to be going into an aggressive bit of the campaign, because we've got that to deal with. But in the meantime, we've also got a lot of our armies stationed down here in the south, where I am being aggressive. It's kind of a bit of a whether it's worth it or not, or I could transfer a lot of these armies further up north to sort of fight the northern campaigns, but really, I kind of want to go for Sicily. I like the idea of clearing all this out so it's just sort of safe and secure, because once you're here, you know, then get Carthage, nothing's going to be able to get to me, and I like that idea. So to that end, we were working to try and defeat Croton. Basically, they only own 3 settlements, as far as I can tell, unless they own, you know, something a bit further around. But as far as I could looking around, they didn't actually own anything else. If I can click on that, these were Syracuse, you know, there's Messina over there, and the Sicilians. So I felt that these 3 could go down pretty easily. So we've got this army positioned here, the Glorious, which is just going to go straight for Torina. This army here, probably going to take a couple of turns actually, but these are going to basically march on Croton itself. They'll probably force march around. It may take them 2 or 3 turns. And the army here in Heraclea is going to go straight for Thurii, where there's a bit more of a defence force. This army here, yeah, they should be able to deal with that, or at least besiege them anyway. So then, hopefully, in a couple of turns, the entire all this will be in Samnite hands, and it's a relatively easy place to secure because it's all kind of a narrow passage. So this is the plan of the attack down south. But if we head further back up north, you can see the sort of situation. So we captured Alba Fulkens not too long ago, so this is why the army here is pretty badly damaged, and the settlement has no garrison or anything like that. But it is a provincial capital, so it has got walls, so hopefully it can hold out, basically. I'm then starting to recruit another army over at Teat. Laugh about that every time. Yeah, so we're going to put up a bit of a garrison army here, because obviously this is a border with the Etruscan League, who we're at war with, and invariably it's going to see some action. But once this has sort of grown a little bit, this army, you know, because we're okay, not too bad financially at the moment, then at least this part of the map should be secure, because both border towns are going to be garrisoned. Over here, things are a little bit more dodgy. I kind of regret going for Angini, because really Caesnium provided a much better garrison town, because it sort of protected Capua as well. Because I worry that Capua is kind of exposed. It's not got a tremendous garrison, and it wouldn't be beyond the relative possibility for the Romans just to march down here. We have got a spy here, so we will get some forewarning, I suppose. But this whole thing makes me a bit nervous. Of course, this is our best army with old Medix Tuticus up here in Angini, so we'll see what we're going to do. We could, in theory, maybe march down there and take that and just abandon Angini, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. So that's that, really, and that is pretty much just going to be pessing straight into the next turn now, I think. I'm just going to check, see if our navy is still floating around, or if it's sank. I can't really remember. Looks like it's perhaps not here anymore, so maybe it's sank. Yeah, it's a Syracuse. Someone has an unassigned skill. Gaius Pontus. Oh, because you captured the settlement. horse. And you can just be a commander. You're a Samnite, not a follower of Mars. It's just something that still makes me a bit nervous. And I still don't really understand properly as well, which makes it even more worse, is quite exactly how these Samnite Senator things work. I don't like the fact there's a risk, a 34% risk for a party to succeed. Always makes me a bit nervous. So we will try not to give too much influence to these people here. Not very loyal, are they? Okay, well anyway, we'll just have to worry with that if it happens. The game mechanic I've never quite fully understood. Maybe someone can explain that to me a little bit better in the comments about the rebellion risks and all that. I don't really want revolts to start breaking out if we can help it. The Etruscan League's moving some forces down. Okay, it's as I feared. They've gone straight for my teats. Oh god. This is going to be a bad one. I didn't get the troops to recruit in time either. We've got a bit of a garrison, but not a tremendous amount. Depends on the quality of their troops. I don't know what these swordsmen they've got are like. They look like they're semi-decent though, don't they? Okay, it's going to be a hard one. This is. We'll see if we can do it. Looks like they've got some hoplites as well for their commander. A bit of cavalry, but a lot of infantry and a lot of slingers as well for us to deal with. Could be a tough one. I don't know what the volume levels are going to be like on this. Obviously, we had all the problems with Total War Arena. I was a bit more careful to make sure the volume was turned well down on this, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Italian swordsman.
Probably going to put. Yeah, I'm probably going to go for my commander right in the middle, to be honest.
Melee infantry ready.
Set it up with a good deep defence.
Men of Italia.
I'll stick you on
Hold
guard
position.
so you don't run away.
Commander. Men of
Initially,
Italia.
we have got some horse skirmishers. We'll put you on the flanks, and then what does that leave us with?
Spears
Our
ready.
spearmen,
Italian
our
spearmen.
spearmen, and some Lucian we can probably put just a unit of armoured spearmen blocking up this passage, to be honest,
Javelin men.
and give them a unit of javelins, just in case. Then what does that give us? Some more javelins to work with, and
Ready for orders.
Lucians just in the middle, which you can send either way, and these people can probably come out on the flanks and push in. So let's just see how we get on at that.
Take time.
Let's have a
to
look what we're
explore
dealing
the battle user
with.
interface.
All these slingers are going to be a
Press
pain.
buttons and click
Light
on
spearmen,
graphics for details
Italian
of their
swords,
function.
very light melee.
Further information is available through tool.
If these are all going to be very light melee, it might not be so bad as I had feared. They've got those very heavy spearmen, the general's unit. Looks like we've got some heavy sports. A cross between a spear and a sword. So we've got to deal with them. Hopefully our javelins can get some damage in against them. Those slingers are going to charge forwards. And their cavalry is going to come at us. Well, they're medium cavalry. Okay, well, let's see what they do. Are they all going to go that way?
Speed controls are used to adjust the speed of the battle.
Shut up. Don't need tutorials. I'm naturally bad at this game. So it looks like a lot of their stuff's going this way down through to the left. It's going to come up against our armoured spearmen. I'll probably leave our cavalry towards for more the end game for clearing up some of these slingers and stuff, because we're now going to start taking missile fire.
Our general is under attack.
Hopefully these slingers aren't overly effective. They shouldn't be, really. They're taking some native spearmen. Perfectly.
Javelin men.
God!
Okay, our javelins are doing quite a good job. They're charging straight into my spear wall, which is nice. Those spear infantry taking some damage already. They're not even in yet.
Yours to command.
Go forwards, don't let them through, don't let them through.
Italian swordsman. At the double.
Get those guys just to engage them. A bit annoying.
Swords.
Forwards!
At your service.
Hold your ground. These guys engaged. Okay, so what's going on down here? That's all going
Italian
well.
spearman.
Now we can put these guys into the shield wall. That's a very tight knit group, isn't it? What's that actually give to limit speed or our defensive? God, there's a lot of stuff running towards them. Well, we're going to win this battle in here, at least initially. here's their general starting to turn up. I want to save some missiles for the enemy general as well.
Men of Italia! Javelin men!
Yeah, you think about how close are they? Yeah, close enough probably that they can walk forward without getting themselves into too much trouble, hopefully. Oh, open fire it there. Perfect. You're well in range. You stop advancing.
Melee infantry at your command!
There we go. Let's get some damage on these enemy general. That's what I want to kill. Now, how's the side looking over here?
Javelin men!
Challenging is probably how I describe that sort of situation. Let's get our general over
Ready
there.
for orders!
That's sort of a backup unit. How much damage are we getting on this enemy general's unit? Not a lot. Even with all our spears going in. They're melee, like melee infantry, they were dying fast. Okay, and now their slingers are probably vulnerable, so let's get our cavalry going round. You double timing it. You are.
Italian cavalry! Engage!
Let's deal with that threat. How's this enemy general doing? 115. This is the hardest thing for us. Although our Lucian warriors aren't doing too badly, so I mean I can't complain. And our armoured spearmen are doing a splendid job of holding up. Yeah. I'm just going to send these guys in on the flanks, basically.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Going our little cavalry, getting stuck in. They're only light missile cavalry, but for hunting down, very light slingers and stuff. Brilliant for that sort of thing. It's always really nice to have.
Italian swordsmen!
Right, it's all on that general unit, basically. So, how's our cavalry doing? Well. And now our general's getting
One of our
stuck
units
in.
has used all its ammunition.
And now it's just with these light spearmen. I don't think this is going to be a problem, actually. I'm feeling confident. Things are going well. The enemy general is slowly going down. We're taking casualties doing it, but not excessively so.
Men of Italia!
They're broken. Everyone's broken. Just kill them if you can. We're looking nice. If we can get them to shatter, that would be even better.
For glory!
Kill them all! They have got some light spearmen defending down there. How are our guys getting on down here? Pretty nobly, to be honest. Have the casualties the enemies are sustaining. And then once their general dies, which I think he was going to eventually,
Advance at speed!
continue to hunt these guys down. And once he's dead, then I suspect that this is going to collapse all pretty quickly there in the enemy positions. And we can move the rest of my troops around and stuff to engage these other people.
Melee infantry ready!
Probably
Italian spearmen!
get a bit of flanking going on, can't we? Good old cavalry. Only 3 people dead, not too bad going. Right, so I'm trying to get these people to pull round, and we're going to try and go for the old Rero Flanco. Is the plan. Come on, people. Round you come.
Advance
Right,
at speed!
wheel.
Quick march!
Round it.
Engage!
Engage. Should now be behind them as well. There we go. Come on, they're not going to last forever, are they?
Italian cavalry!
They're dead. You just cut them down, just make sure they die. Can't get to these units because they've got the spearmen. I'm still happy with the situation here.
Javelin men!
Javelins in against those light swordsmen. How's our general doing? Not too badly. I think we'll be cutting these down pretty ruthlessly by now. 55, still holding on.
Men of Italia! Javelin men! Quick march!
Not up. These guys are returning. The Etruscan slingers, make sure we cut them down with our cavalry. Easily the easiest unit, the best unit to have in the game. Just one unit of cavalry can just make such a difference in this sort of thing, hunting these guys down. Because otherwise I'll have to chase them all down with missile with infantry, which will be a real pain.
Italian
Right.
spearmen!
I think it's time to come out of your shield wall. Just get on the offensive, to be honest. This looks like our Samnite infantry are doing that. Pretty brutally stuck in. We're pushing these guys back and back and back. All the javelins are going in now against these enemy general. Down to 37
The
people.
men are wavering.
Who's wavering? That one. Javelins. Oh no. Javelins. As long as the actual general doesn't waver, that's the thing. We're sending in that unit of spear.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Go, my cavalry! Now they've sent in that guy over there, they'll be able to get flanked. That cavalry unit. Come on, the enemy general's finally wavering. Now he's down to 19 men. Still a couple of javelins come in every now and then. They must be about out of ammunition.
Men of Italia!
Can't keep the pressure up. Push them hard. These guys have probably realised they even get lobbed by missiles from the cavalry before they get charged. Brutal. Charge!
The enemy general is dead.
Enemy general's dead. Nice.
Italian swordsmen!
Yeah, that's basically the end of that lot.
Forward!
We'll just send everyone in.
Italian cavalry! Advance!
Just cut them down as they run.
For glory!
No, everyone into the back of the map. Yeah, there they all go. I think that is everyone. Victory. Nice. Okay. Well, that didn't go too badly, as I feared it might. So I'm certainly going to take that. And that is a very large enemy army killed. 1,711 losses. Our general did well. 326 kills. I suspect our little unit of cavalry racked up quite a few kills as well, hunting down all those slingers. There we go. Nice. Okay. But just get them killed. Slaves seem to generate as much problems as they're worth, to be honest, for the income that they generate. And we're going to get that army is actually going to recruit its units next term as well, so that's going to be really important for us. Unsurprisingly, it's gained an increase, high chance of civil war. Okay, so we need to think about how we're going to deal with this, because I don't actually know why it's like that. Maybe we need to organise massacre of all who support this party, because it's quite expensive. Up to -4% influence for the target party. And -24 all of the party. Is that worthwhile doing? Or provoke the target party to a succession? Appius Arius, General in Consentia. Is that down here? Yeah, probably is. Him, who's looking like he wants to go into rebellion. He's always trying to get him killed in battle, although probably quite hard to do with his Samnite silver infantry. It'd be a pain if that sort of, you know, if they went into a revolt, wouldn't it? These guys don't seem so disloyal. Their general died in battle not that long ago. They have 4 regions. Wow. I don't know how you target this sort of loyalty thing, though. I guess different settlements have different loyalties. So we can see a sort of a loyalty map. If we look on here, we can see a party loyalty or something. A political party affiliation. It's just Samnite, so its Campania is a follower of Jupiter. I don't know how you change that, though. How do you undermine their base of support? Probably not easily. Probably can't, I guess. Yeah, so +10 loyalty to the political party ruling this province. Well, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's a bad thing. And we could start doing that in some of our other edict settlements. That's not ideal, is it? Or are we just going to have to accept a civil war is going to break out? Or we need to start trying to give our own general more influence by getting him involved in more conflicts. Maybe that's an easier way of doing it. I don't know. Okay, well, we've got to consider that. That's going to be a problem for us to deal with. Let's, at least for the time being, see where we are elsewhere. So obviously Teat is going well. Who do you belong to? You're a follower of Jupiter as well. I think. Oh, look. Be the general. Tell me his party loyalty. Can anyone see where it is? Rubis Caesius Agrippa. He doesn't look like a family member, does he? Oh, that's a general Alba Fulcans. Oh, it's so confusing. Agrippas. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's a follower of Diane. Okay. That's not so bad because they're not so politically motivated. We can force him to be suicide. You know? Maybe I can try and just replace this guy, kick him out of his generalship.
That's your command.
Or he causes too much trouble. See if I can replace him maybe, or actually go into the unit. Or is this almost certainly going to start a civil war? We don't have any candidates that are not a follower of Jupiter. Ha! Well, this is not ideal, is it? I could give him to a follower of Diane, but then we're sort of only half exacerbating the situation. Maybe let's try that. Obviously, we want the worst one we can. There we go. So we kick that guy out as being a general. What does that mean? Just a politician. Does that make it better or worse? I'm not sure. At least that means his army isn't probably not going to go into immediate revolt. Okay. If these guys just got to a normal match, can they reach Theorai in a turn? Yes, they can. So let's start this war on Croton. We'll just auto-resolve that one. I don't know the loyalty of this party member. He might have been a thingy of Jupiter. Good job, man. I don't know why I just raised that. Strange thing for me to do. And now I've got to repair it all. Okay, that was stupid. Still. And just build a... We can build 2 bits of enclosed land just for all the food. So this is one of my Samnite people, you see. That is good. This is Severus Oppius Panzer. And that's Medics Tudicus, which is my main man. Oh dear, so confusing. And hire politicians. Oh, it's just a nobleman. Okay. That's fine. It'll be better really for him to end up coming down here, so I may end up thinking about replacing him. Go down here. Isn't a barely anyone here, is there? No aggressive. Less losses. Straight through the face. Okay, so we're going to capture here and here. Croton, I may end up... Let's not do that. Let's just occupy.
Ready for orders.
Military edition.
Ready for battle.
A grand camp following. I think they're just formidable fighters, to be honest, aren't they? Movement speed is kind of cool. Just having formidable fighters. So we don't want the general to be too good. Zeal and public order sounds good. Giving him more gravitas per turn when he's someone that we don't want to do very well is not such a good thing. Infantry command. Oh, that's kind of useful. No, we'll do that. Okay, so let's spend a bit of money getting this sort of stuff sorted out. Any of that one. So instead of sending him all the way down here to attack Croton, what I might do is give a few units this person. Not quite sure how that works. It didn't go quite as I had intended. And you. Then this army here is going to switch into theory. And then this army here is then going to march down on Croton because this one is commanded by my more loyal general. So hopefully that will slightly improve the situation, maybe? At least that's my hope anyway. So okay, so that's that. What else have we got going on elsewhere in the world? We can build a building there. There's a few buildings we can build, I suppose. Increase our wealth, possibly. We've got that. There's a lot down here that can be built as well. Mostly just shrines to Curies everywhere. There's one of them there. That's pretty much our money gone then for the turn. So yeah, so we've got our army in Teach. That's all good. Our army in Alba Fulkans is just slowly recuperating. as this province is rebuilding, it'll be a couple of turns before that's ready. And then obviously we've got our main army down here. If there was something to worthwhile hunting, maybe I could actually go and get it. I mean, we could just go a raiding. Then there's a risk that, you know, they're just going to attack and capture the province. Or we could just go straight for Rome. But I'm not sure that would necessarily be a tremendously good idea. We need another army to move up, really. But okay, so now we're going to be taking the risk, aren't we, of rebellions breaking out everywhere. Our character has unassigned skills. Who has unassigned skills? The warmonger is... Oh, of course, because you got promoted. And so you're a... You look like a Samnite based on your colour. Gnaeus Pontus... Ah, okay, you're a family member. So we really want you to be doing well, then. Really, everyone just kind of needs to get married, don't they? Can you... No, we're just trying to arrange some marriages because people are getting old and I've not got any children yet. You're 19... Oh no, you're not 19. You're, what, 25 is that? Or 19? Yeah. Okay, you need to get married, don't you? So I have to start trying to arrange some of that. There's so many actions you can do, isn't there? Look at this. Adopt a party member into your family. Can't assassinate him or something, can I? Travelling. Oh, I can't have him assassinated. That's a bit disappointing. Is he a ruling party member? No. So once he finished travelling, maybe we could have him assassinated. That would be handy. Okay. Anyway, this guy's going to have to play an important role in trying to build up this army because he is an important member. What are we going to give him? There's a lot of family traits to pick from. Plus 5% armour. That sounds useful. Strategist or a commander. We'll have him as a commander. Cool. Next turn. Hopefully a rebellion doesn't break out over this turn. Because that's going to suck. Just as things are starting to look positive, if we then lose it all, that's going to be really frustrating. But it may happen. We'll have to accept the fact that it could happen. I saw when Jackie Fish did his Rise of the Republic campaign, he had a massive rebellion break out all the time and found it just impossible.
We are a proud people.
They
and
wanted
would be
defensive
proud to count you among our friends.
No, because you're just going to drag me into wars with other people. But maybe at the end of this term, let's just see if I can make a force of peace with anyone, because war with millions of different people. Okay, increasing in rank, and my dignitary is leveled up. The Romans and the Etruscan League are now allied. Brilliant, just what I wanted. Let's just have a quick look at the democracy. Who are these random people I'm at war with?
Make your case with speed and honesty.
Yes.
The omens cannot be argued with.
I don't know who all these people even
Make
are.
your case with speed and honesty. I
don't even know how I got to war with other people. You I want to be at war with. I don't think you can be at peace with pirates, can you? These are the main ones.
It is a shame you're not as sensitive to the omens.
Yeah, nice.
I pray I do not have cause to regret
Will Rome make peace with me?
Welcome, I suppose.
Okay, well that certainly makes things a little bit easier now being at peace with the Etruscan League, at least even if it's just temporary. Okay, nice. Which of our dignitaries got promoted? Assuming not you, because you're not... No, that's not my dignitary. I know I've got another one around here somewhere, I'm sure. You. Can you do anything political? Deal. Plus 2 loyalty for the political party parent general belongs to. Plus 2 loyalty for the political party parent general belongs to, but I don't know what the parent general is. Just kind of makes it unhelpful because it doesn't tell me. Okay. Cunning, upkeep, movement speed. You can obviously assign him to an army. There's not a lot else he can do. +% of hostile actions, +10 wealth from entertainment. Well, I just did that. That's fine. Okay. I also noticed we're in autumn. Look at it, it's loading lovely, which is obviously goes to show that you just need to overpower it to get it to work properly. So let's start getting all these things properly sorted. I don't have the ability to knock that gun down. So this army is going to go on the march. It's not really fully ready yet, but most of the Samnites are in good health, so do it anyway. And this army is going to come out force march and go into 3. There we go. So that's all looking pretty reasonable. We've just got this one Croton settlement to take. Then that's them dead. Hopefully we should be able to do that without too much trouble for us. That's all looking good down in the south. We've got a little bit more money. Our income per turn seems to be slowly getting up, which is nice. How is public order around here? Well, it's not too bad, are we? Fishermen's have a bit more wealth from... Yes, it increases the wealth. Let's do that. It's good to spend, a good bit of investment. Yeah, over here things are all looking fine, aren't they? We can perhaps recruit a few more soldiers from here. Have an Italian cavalry. A couple of slingers. I like the slingers for all their problems. Illusion warriors. It's going to knock our per turn income down a little bit, but still probably worth it in the long run. Now, could we go to war with the Romans? Not easily, I don't think. Not since our Falcons is not yet ready anyway. Once this is perhaps fully upgraded, maybe more so. So I think that's pretty much it for that turn. Let's push straight into the next turn. I'm just dreading this possible risk of rebellion. I really think Medix Tudicus has got to start to continue campaigning. To be really careful who I campaign with. Just want to be campaigning with people from the Samnite party. Because of these political parties are just gaining more power by having successful overseas operations, I think.
As long as
No,
our strength remains.
I don't want a military alliance with you. So yeah, it makes it hard. You're having to contend with not only all your enemies, but your own faction. Rival banquet. One of the other parties is an organised threatening your hegemony. Attend. Boycott. Or bid or break. Let's not be too difficult. We don't want it to break out. Oh, they got destroyed. They kept asking for a military alliance. And they've now been destroyed. Oops. Maybe they did need that military alliance. The population is improving. Weight gained. Surplus of Latium. All fine. What does this enable me to build? What do we need in Latium, if anything? A lot of food and stuff. Where's this seasoning? You could build to provide more garrison, like a warrior's lodge, because it's a front line province. Can't really build another temple, can we? Or we'll just make a bit more money from Artisan's Lodge, probably the logical way of doing it. Where is Alba Fulcans? So that's completed that, so we can upgrade this now, and that's going to start to get a little bit more. I'm experiencing on Linian Legion, 2 Lucian Warriors, a Silver, and some skirmishes. Yeah, it makes it quite a bit stronger, then, doesn't it? What sort of stuff give? Food, but oh, we're even getting a garrison from the proving ground. We've got this army here. Oh, this is also one of my people, isn't it? My nobility. Gaius Pontus. I think he is. Oh god. Oh, it's my son. Okay. Okay, good to know. So we've got him. So we can start maybe trying to think about actioning our war against Rome in a bit of some stronger fashions, particularly about taking Frigile soon, once we've got that one a little bit more upgraded. So we need to move him further down. Oh, we might actually make it this turn. It depends on how big that army here is going to be.
The way is blocked. Siege to the settlement.
I'm glad I used the right person here. Kick him in the nuts, then stab him in the neck. Nice. Okay, so Gridon is now ours as well, so things are looking positive. Quiet. And that is all their major cities dealt with. So they've got a small army fleet there. Let's have a quick look on the tactical mappo. How big is this fleet here? They're not massive, to be honest, is it? Hegemony, that was the word that I was trying to think of when they were attending that banquet. Hegemony, that's how you say it. That's pretty much that's fine, isn't it? Oh, a bigger army there, maybe. Again, not massive, it's just a navy. Some good quality hulls. I don't think they're going to really be a massive threat to any of us, to be honest. Okay, that's all fine. We are looking good then. So we can start upgrading things. Oh, we need to repair probably all the stuff in Croton first. Plenty of food, isn't there? The temples. So I have not that many temples. I can probably build another temple. Rid of that field. And some horse stables. Convert that to a town. And I'm out of money. 91. Nice. But our turn income's looking good. So things are looking good from a faction point of view in just terms of our overall strength. Because look, we now hold all down here. And if we can capture the toe of Italy, but that involves going to war with Syracuse, which is a bit of a risk because they've got massive navies everywhere, then we're looking pretty good. And is that a... Oh, bad note just come off this. Is this a Samnite settlement? It is. So it's owned by the Samnites. It's my political party, not the enemy. Does that make any difference to the overall, like, followers? Not really. Although the risk seems to have dropped down. As for parties to succeed, so maybe we're looking a bit better. Expansionist. Things are looking a little bit better now on the political party point of view, aren't they? So maybe we don't even need to have him assassinated. And we can't assassinate ruling parties. Oh god. Right. Let's see who we can marry my son to. The Palagini, they're my allies, aren't they? Let's see if they've got anyone who doesn't absolutely despise me. You.
Hail!
Do you have anyone?
As requested, I give ear to your just and undoubtedly noble requests.
Don't really have anything of worthwhile, do you? Okay. Final thing I'm thinking of. How long are we running for? 37 minutes. Right. Is there anyone who I'm not at war with who would accept a trade agreement?
Carthage welcomes you. You have our rapt attention.
No. Okay, that's fine. Everyone hates me. I can accept that. Up here, so we're pretty well set then this turn. There's not really a lot for us to do, is there? I'm going to leave this army here in Teats, definitely. We could move this army out, conceivably. Let's just... Oh, we're not getting money. Okay, next turn. Syracuse always makes me nervous. They have so many ships. I would like to go to war with them to push them out the toe of Italy because they seem to have lost actually Sicily, so that's all the territory they really own. But my worry is they're just going to attack one of my settlements along the coast and it's just going to be a real nightmare to try and then push them back out again. Croton's probably just going to attack with what they've got. Random places because they've not got a lot of choice. I'm surprised Taurus just doesn't randomly attack me, to be honest. Even though their ships have not got a lot left. Makes sense. Research complete, improved armour. Oh. Right, you have shown class and impressed all parties, but the organiser of the banquet also gained influence. Plus 5 influence, them, but gained loyalty. Was that worth it? So they're now a bit more loyal. Oh, everyone's quite a lot more loyal. And maybe you just bring loyalty to them. Maybe that's the... Maybe that's how you do it. Anyway, so that was that. So we had armour upgrades. Where was that? Improved armour. What does that do? Plus 10% armour for all infantry units. Wow. Just going to give me 5% melee attack for all sword-armed infantry. Well, we'll get researching on that one then. Our armour values on some of our infantry must be really quite high by now. Any defences? Can you see armour? 39 plus. That's pretty good. Look at the melee attack upgrades. Insane. To do some pretty good damage with some of our units. So that's still upgrading there. This army is probably going to have a few new recruits, I'm thinking. We've got quite a lot of Lucian warriors, got some of our people there. Can we have any Samnite armoured spearmen? Doesn't look like we actually can, does it? Native Achilles swordsmen. They're kind of lightly armoured though, aren't they? We'll have another unit of cavalry. And really, I think we'll just make it up for more Lucian warriors. And then these are going to move over to Anguini next turn, and then from Anguini these guys are going to attack Fugili, whatever that is there. and then on to Antium on the turn after that. So we're looking pretty good. Although to be fair, actually, I'll probably just go straight to... No, because there's an entire massive second legion there, so perhaps not. Okay, so we're looking pretty good up there. I'm happy with that sort of situation. We've got a bit of money, so we can probably build some stuff. Although we've got more stuff to actually replace it with Proton, haven't we? So, reading from a village, because I burned it all down. Oops. We don't need a harbour. I'm spending all my money again before I've actually done anything. I certainly don't need a hoplite barracks. That could have been knocked down, and that could be knocked down because I'm nowhere near being able to rebuild that one. Cool, we're looking pretty good. Oh, mineral spring. Nice. Okay, so that's all looking pretty good down there. It's not really a lot to turn into to do again this turn, is there, really? I think we'll probably end it there on the 14-minute mark. It's not being too bad for an episode. So hopefully this has been vaguely enjoyable. Sorry for it's been such a long time since we last had one. This is obviously the first one we've had in a while. But now we're all transferred over to the new computer, and particularly with the fact it runs so smoothly as well is nice. And we should be looking pretty good for the future. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you can give me any advice on the political situation of this game. Not in the world, then that would be good, because I don't fully understand the mechanics. I might do a little bit of research into it now, actually, to be honest, but it's quite confusing. So if you can give me any advice on that, that would be much appreciated. So thank you guys, and I shall see you all on the next video.